Well, welcome to today's rant. Got a lot to talk about, as usual, and my little prop here keeps collapsing. And there we go. See if that'll help any. I don't know. Let me see. How's that? Anyway, I hate to feel like I'm looking down on you, but I am looking down at my iPhone there. But anyway, we will proceed. What is the main current events news for today? Same as yesterday. News is a recycling of what has been done. The only difference may be different people doing it and in slightly different ways, but it's always a recycling. And of course, it must continue to be a slow news day because they're still dominated, the news networks, by this book that came out about Trump, which is crazy. I mean, it's bizarre, but slow news day. They don't have anything else to talk about, obviously. But, you know, the question's trying to be raised on the part of the left, and some on the right, the no-Trumpers, who are diehards. But, you know, one thing, we've had some psychiatrists or psychologists come out and say that Trump is deranged. That's a very basic violation of their own code of ethics. Their code of ethics that they agree to when they get their license is that they would never make a public statement about anyone, especially a public figure, without having personally examined and evaluating them. And that's like in a true couch setting where, you know, the typical psychiatrist, you're laying on a couch and he's evaluating. It's supposed to be a very personal evaluation and all before they would ever come out and comment on any person's well-being, mental or whatever. So they're violating their own code of ethics, basically, and that's kind of people you don't want to listen to, obviously. And but it's an outrage, and it reminds me of what's written in Psalm 2, how the heathen rage, how the enemies of the Lord will rage against him. And you know how he responds? It says he sits in the heavens and laughs, which says to me, the Lord's given us permission to never lose our sense of humor. And to never, you know, he gives us permission to see the humor in all this. It is crazy. It is ridiculous. The ones who are really deranged are the ones who are claiming others are deranged. That's obviously, but let's just say they're right and the president is deranged, as they're claiming. You know what I think we should do about it? I think we should go out and find all of the deranged people that we possibly can and send them to Congress. Maybe they'll get something done. Because if Trump is deranged, you know, it was estimated in one study that just came out that he has accomplished more for our economy than the last two presidents combined, which Barack Obama didn't do much. I think he hurt it. I think he poured poured sugar in the gas tank of our economy. But Bush was trying, but they're saying that what Trump has already accomplished in 1 year is more than the last two presidents have been able to accomplish in 16 years. And Trump is just getting started. It's going to get better and better. And stock market has risen, broken all records, rising. It's clipping through the next 1,000 points faster than at any time that has ever been done. It's risen 7,000 points nearly. Nearly $7 trillion in wealth has been added to our economy. Unemployment falls to record low. Black unemployment is right now at a record low under Trump. Trump was right when he said to the African American community, listen, what have you got to lose? These people have been saying they're for you and everything for years and not done one thing for you. Trump has obviously done a huge amount already. So anyway, so that's my position today. And I don't want to get into a long in-depth thing on Monday. Everybody's just getting started back in their jobs and everything. But, one of my assistant leaders for a long time had a doctrine that I think was profound and accurate. His doctrine was people are crazy. Everything else you understand about people, you need to start with that basis. All people. R.D. Laing, I studied psychology and psychiatry. I read everything I could by all the great ones. And one of my favorites was R.D. Laing, who believed that if you were normal in this world, you had to be insane. Because the world is crazy, and if you fit in with it, you're nuts. There is something to his conclusions, I think. But anyway, it's an interesting time, and, do be praying for North Korea, that situation. Yeah, I'm just, there is hope. There's always hope. Could that unbelievably bad situation be worked out without a war, without thousands, if not even potentially millions, being destroyed by it? And that's where we are. There's no doubt it can't go on. There's no doubt North Korea cannot be allowed to have nuclear weapons or a delivery system for delivering them where they could hit virtually any place in the world. That can't happen. It's got to be fixed. But the talks now going on with South Korea, I'm praying for them. I'm praying for wisdom on the leaders on both sides and wisdom for Trump. But, there is hope. This could get worked out without a physical conflict. And there's hope with what's happening in Iran right now. I mean, multitudes and multitudes are now gathering and say, we're sick of this Islamic Republic. We don't want it anymore. And they're calling for the death of their leaders who led them into this terrible situation they're in, instead of crying death to America. Some amazing things are going on right now. And I believe a whole lot of it, if not most of it, needs to be credited to our president, who has taken a very tough stand against our enemies and those who claim they want to destroy us. He has pushed back and said, if that's your intent, we're going to believe you, and we're coming after you. And that threat, it's given hope to many all over the world to throw off the tyranny, because there's, again, a strong leader in America who's going to be on their side. I'm just saying that, so many great things are happening today. So pray for Iran, pray for North Korea, South Korea, for all of our allies in there. Pray for the leaders who are involved in all these things. And pray for Trump. Trust me, he is probably the smartest guy in the room. I've been privileged throughout my life to be able to meet and know some of the most high impact and some of the most brilliant people in the world. I spent about an hour with Trump in his office, and I left there thinking, this may be the smartest guy I've met yet. And I don't know what his IQ would be. I tested one time as a genius, and I don't know if I just, out-tricked the test or what, but I would put Trump up there. He's one of the smartest guys I've ever met, but also one of the most effective. Many geniuses never accomplish anything significant and end up failures their whole life because they don't have other skills. Trump has all the other skills to take brilliant insights and use them effectively. And that's rare. That is really rare. But we've got a president that he not only sees right to the important issues and is able to see through all of the fog and everything else around most issues, get right to the point, and then he's able to know what to do with the information, his insights that he gets, And then if there could be any other characteristic that would be so effective for a leader, he's got that. He's got courage and boldness to say, let's do it. Let's get it done. That's rare, folks. And we got a president seated up there right now who's got these incredible qualifications for leadership. Let's pray for him. Thank you for listening to today's rant.